I may have been here in Parliament for our first sittings, but my thoughts have not been very far from the flood-affected Hawkesbury residents, where anxiety about another flood is very high. And understandably, with more rain forecast and the declaration of the Indian Ocean Dipole by the Bureau of Meteorology, people who are now facing a big job repairing and cleaning up and rebuilding after the July flood now feel overwhelmed and a bit in limbo because of these forecasts. But of course, it isn't a given that a flood will occur. What should be happening, though, is there should be action being taken by the New South Wales Government. They should be doing everything possible to mitigate the risk of flood, everything that they can right now, and that includes drawing down the Warragamba Dam, reducing the level, which has stayed close to 100% for weeks, if not months. People are understandably asking the question why the New South Wales Government won't just act. It's hard to fathom the deaf ear that these calls are falling on. And again, I plead with the New South Wales Premier, please listen to my community. We know you can't stop floods, but we also know that the conditions right now are unlike anything in memory. The soggy soils with very little ability to absorb local falls and the heavy rain forecast to fall somewhere in coming months. I congratulate New South Wales Opposition Leader Chris Minns and his Shadow Ministers Rose Jackson and Jihad Dibbs, who came and met with Pitt Town residents, because they are willing to act, and they're also willing to look at improving the evacuation routes that places like Pitt Town so desperately need. Unfortunately, we can't wait for a New South Wales Government to be a Labor government for this to happen, and we really need the current New South Wales Government to act on these measures. Lowering the level of the water in the existing dam using the resources that we have right now would allow for a buffer, and it must be something that the New South Wales Government tries. If it doesn't, I fear the New South Wales Government will find the anger in the community towards them will be almost uncontrollable should we see more heavy rains. While people are worrying about the future, though, they're also dealing with the past, and that means the clean-up and recovery. 3 new grants have been made available, and there's been good collaboration between the New South Wales Government and our federal government in the last few weeks. The 3 new grants are, one is for renters, 16 weeks of support, because we know you don't get back home in a matter of a fortnight. There's a new grant for landholders, up to $25,000 for those who are not eligible for the other funding, the Primary Producers Grant or the Small Business Grant. And there's also just announced the Homeowners Grant, up to $20,000 for people who need to do things to get back home. I know that there's more to do, but these are fast actions to try and make the recovery from this disaster as quick and as painless as it can be. But we know there is much more that needs to be done, and I'll continue to advocate for those things.